This is breaking news from CBS 13.
So much to get to now at 5. A massive wildfire burning in Butte County. Look at those flames exploding in size in just a matter of hours. Arson is suspected. They have a guy in custody believed to have started this fire. A lot to get to here at 5. Thanks for being here. I'm Tony Lopez.
And I'm Marley Ginter. We begin with the park fire burning in Butte County. Those flames have now charred 75,000 acres since sparking yesterday. Investigators arrested 42-year-old Ronnie Stout Jr. of Chico on suspicion of starting that massive blaze.
There is that suspect's picture, and let's show you the evacuation map in Butte County. Everything in red south of Sugarloaf Mountain, including Dodge Place and Forest Ranch, all under mandatory evacuations. Areas in yellow are warning zones. Here's a look at the evac area in Tehama County. Once again, for those in red, you need to get out now. A big swath right there. Yellow is warning zones. Be ready to go. Your reporter Shelby Riley live in Butte County spoke to a group of women who believe they encountered this guy who may have started the fire. Shelby.
Yeah, so 42-year-old Ronnie Dean Stout II was arrested in connection to starting the park fire. Now, he does have 2 prior convictions, one from 2001, one from 2002. So this could potentially be his 3rd strike. Now, 3 women we spoke with today who wish to remain anonymous say they were swimming at a swimming hole at Bidwell Park yesterday, and they say they encountered Stout before he started the fire.
It's just so unreal to me in my head. I haven't processed it.
These 3 young women say they were swimming at Bear Hole, which is near where the fire started. They say they were approached by a man in his 40s and something seemed off. They say he made strange remarks toward them and seemed under the influence.
He was also just slurring his words.
It's still burning.
He finally left the group of friends alone after a bystander came by and they asked for help. Shortly after, they decided to leave, which is when they saw the fire.
There's the fire truck, and on both sides of the road, it's just flames like engulfing around the truck.
They say they didn't connect the 2 situations at first until they saw a picture of Ronnie Dean Stout II leaving the scene, floating around on social media, and thought it might be the same person.
People are saying you saw him run away. We saw how he acted before. It was 10 minutes, literally the fire started 10 minutes after he left.
Once they realized they had encountered Stout, they say they immediately contacted police with every piece of information they had. The young women saying it was terrifying being caught in the flames, also saying they waited almost 3 hours to get back home.
I was very scared in the beginning, but you know, they did their job and they protected us from the fire, and it was very, very nice.
Now, the Butte County District Attorney says this is still under investigation. They are still piecing through evidence as we speak. If you saw or heard anything, you were asked to contact police.
Yeah, frustrating and concerning to hear about that story. All right, Shelby, thank you.
All right, our team out in force tracking this fire, our team in-house tracking the conditions for the firefighters. We knew it was a red flag warning. We knew the conditions were ripe for fires like this, and this is burning, it was burning uphill last night.
Yeah, and that's still the case. We have that the southwest wind, right? So it's pushing things kind of along the western foothills there and up slope a little bit. So that's where you're seeing some of the greatest fire growth right now. And then from space, too, this is what it looks like. Again, the fire, as it continues to make its way through the smoke plume, of course, extending to the north and east as well. But that's the park fire from satellite there as it continues to expand from the south to north. And really overnight kind of smothered there. But as we went through the course of the overnight hours, the growth of this, you can see the smother of the fire right there during the overnight. But as the sun went up and temperatures started to rise, those winds pick up. Just watch how that fire continues to expand. And then the smoke plume with that rises really quickly in place, and notice the smoke plume moving from south to north and then to the northeast, because as the smoke gets higher, the winds start to shift to the west direction. And that's what's keeping the smoke away from the southern Sacramento Valley. But yes, as we mentioned, those red flag warnings are in place, not for everybody, but to the north from Yuba City, of course, to Chico, parts of Plumas County northward because of the dry air and the high winds. We'll have a lot more on this in terms of the weather aspect coming up, guys.
All right, we'll look for that. Thank you, Nick. Cal Fire has not released any numbers on how many homes have been damaged or destroyed, but our own crews have seen several burn to the ground. And that includes your reporter, Kayla Moeller, who talked with a woman who watched her home burn in real time. Kayla.
Yeah, hi there. I'm standing off of Cohasset Road right now, but this fire is really hot and really intense. We were up there right next to the flames earlier. We had to come down the hill just a little bit to get service. But what I want to point out is that plume of smoke. In fact, the plume of smoke on the left and the one coming to meet it on the right, they were completely separate smoke plumes. But just even since I talked to you guys about an hour ago, it's grown significantly. It's growing by the minute. I can see it kind of moving in slow motion. But again, they used to be two separate plumes of smoke, but now they are coming together. And we spoke with a former CBS News anchor who watched her house burn through security camera footage in real time. She described it like a train wreck, where you know you don't want to look, yet you just can't look away.
Oh my God.
This is the moment Julia Yarbo saw what's left of her home.
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. Our house gone, their house okay, house next to it, you can see that it's gone.
Flames ripped through her neighborhood off Cohasset Road overnight, and she watched her house burn down live through her home security camera.
It really is almost a numbness, right? It's surreal. Probably won't hit me till later, I'm pretty sure.
30 years in the military, and I've been overseas, and I've seen some devastation. And I thought this was a war zone.
This man lives just a few houses down from Julia, but his home made it.
Doesn't impact me. Thinking about, people. I'm so happy my neighbor's house survived and that everybody's okay.
After leaving their neighborhood, we went further in. This is what we saw at the end of Cohasset Loop Road. CAL FIRE and other agencies are using every resource available to get this fire under control. Flames were creeping up in someone's backyard when we had to leave the area. Wind playing a role.
It was incredibly windy last night. It's been hot. It's dry vegetation.
The sky filled with smoke, the atmosphere turning a purple hue as the red-orange smoke covers the blue sky. We've seen planes, engines, and choppers fighting relentlessly to put out flames and continue to provide structure protection.
It puts a finality to it of just going, wow, this chapter over.
I've covered a few fires at this point, and this one is definitely the most intense that I've seen. I went to bed last night and it was at around 6,000 acres burned. And then I woke up to an early morning call from the station telling me that I had to hurry up, get ready, and head over here because it exploded to 45,000 acres overnight. And the last update is we're at more than 70,000 acres burned. So we will continue to keep you updated on these conditions.
Yeah, and I'm glad you also focused on the sky because so much can be told in that story, the way the clouds and the smoke merges together. Kayla, thanks. Stay safe out there. Appreciate your hard work. Butte County, no stranger to destructive fires, as you know. The county saw 3 of the top 20 most destructive California wildfires.
It sure has. You remember the 2018 Camp Fire. That was the most destructive in state history by far, destroying 18,804 structures. And the North Complex Fire is the 5th most destructive, leaving 2,352 structures destroyed. And at 14 is the Dixie Fire. That one left more than 1,300 structures destroyed.
So we touched on the sky and the sky watching, and look at this. The Park Fire sending a large plume of smoke into the air. Live look at that smoke rising right now. Almost looks like it's standing still. Caltrans camera giving us a good perspective and just how massive that fire has gotten.
So with that, it's not uncommon to see these huge clouds of smoke with fires like this one. Let's bring back in Nick now with more on the smoke. You could really see it there behind Kayla.
Yeah, and it's called a pyrocumulus cloud. All that heat, that rising air, goes way up into the atmosphere. So a lot of times you can track that with First Alert Live radar. Burning really hot too, especially by the heel of the fire. And based on radar estimation, how tall does that cloud get? How tall does the smoke plume get? Well, we'll pull up a sample right here on radar. radar, and it's estimating right now the peaks at about 21,000 feet in the atmosphere. That's a few miles up in the air, where we're seeing the top of that smoke plume associated with the fire. And you can see where you have the greatest updraft, all that rising air. Sometimes these can start to rotate. They get big enough, they can start to rotate, kind of like rotation with a supercell storm, and that's when they can produce firenadoes. We're not seeing exactly that right now, but what we are seeing is that south wind pushing the fire north, and that red is where you have the most recent fire expansion on the north and eastern side, kind of up the slope of the foothills there. So that's the surface wind coming in from south to north. You go up several thousand feet, and the wind's coming in from the west. So that takes the smoke as it rises and pushes it not just to the north, but then to the east, and that's where we're seeing the smoke concentrations as well from the Park Fire. Marley?
Oh, pretty interesting to see a look at it that way. Nick, thank you. We'll have much more on the Park Fire later in this newscast. You can also go to our website, CBS13.com, get the very latest, also by watching our stream, CBS News Sacramento.